Hello my dear friends, in this video we are going to know about the species classification and endemic species of India. A species is a group of strongly related organisms that are very similar to each other and are usually capable of interbreeding and producing fertile offspring. The species is the basic category of the taxonomic classification, ranking below genus or subgenus. Coming to the endemic species. Endemic species are those plants and animals that exist only in one geographical region. Species can be endemic to a large or small areas of the world. Some may be endemic to the particular continent. Some are endemic to a part of the continent. And others may be a particular to the single island. Endemic species are important because they are in the habitats restricted to a particular area due to the climate change, urban development or other occurrences. Endemic species are often endangered, so it is important to save the species. Usually, an area that contains the endemic species is isolated in some way so that the species have difficulty in spreading to other areas. For example, the Hawaiian Islands in Australia and the southern tip of the Africa. As many of the 90% of the naturally occurring species are endemic. A native species is one that is found in certain ecology due to natural processes, such as natural distribution and development. For example, koala is native of Australia. No human interference brought a native species to the area or influenced its spread to that area. Native species are also called as the indigenous species. The key aspect of the species being native is that it occurs in an area without the human influence. When a species is indigenous, it's found in a particular location or surrounding areas. An endemic species, however, is a native species found only in a picky area, large or small. Often, an endemic species is confined to a certain area because they are highly adapted to the particular niche. They may eat only a certain type of plant that is found nowhere, or a plant is perfectly adapted to flourish in a very particular climate and soil type. Because of the area of expertise and inability to move into new habitats, some endemic species are at a particular risk of destruction when a new disease hits. When the habitat's quality is threatened, or if an invasive species enters into a region and becomes a competitor or predator. Here is a list of the wild animals that found in India that are endangered and endemic. First and foremost, we should start with the Asiatic lion. It is also known as the Indian lion and is found in the Gir Forest National Park of the Gujarat. Gujarat lion is one of the 5 big cats that inhabit India, and others being Bengal tiger and Indian leopards. Sangai deer. Sangai is also called as the Boro antillated deer. Is endemic and endangered species of deer, found only in Kibul Lamjo National Park of the Manipur. The park is marshy wetland located at the southern parts of the Loktak Lake. Lion-tailed macaque. It is India's endemic and endangered primate species and also ranks among the rarest and most threatened monkey, which is endemic to the Western Ghats of the South India. Kashmiri stag. It is also known as the Hangal. It is the only species of elk native of India and found endemic in the dense riverside forests of Dachigam National Park, Kashmir Valley of Jammu and Kashmir, and Chamba in Himachal Pradesh. Nilgiri tahr. It is a wild sheep species. It is endemic and endangered to the Nilgiri hills of the Western Ghats. The Nilgiri ibex is closely related to the sheep. Inhabits the open montane grassland habitat in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Purple frog. It is found in the rainforest of the Western Ghats in India and spends most of its life underground. These unique frogs are also known as the pig-nosed frog and are endemic to the region of Western Ghats. Pygmy hog. It is the critically endangered and endemic species of Swede, and now it is found only in Assam. The smallest wild pig or piglets are the only member of the genus Porcula. Nilgiri blue robin. It is endangered and endemic to the shoal forest of the southern India. This small passerine bird is found to occur only about 1200 meters altitudes in high altitude grasslands of the Western Ghats. Malabar civet. It is spotted civet endemic to the Western Ghats of India. It is nocturnal and listed as critically endangered. Annamalai gliding frog. It is also known as the false Malabar gliding frog. It is endemic to the Annamalai hills of the Tamil Nadu and threatened by the habitat loss. Namdapha flying squirrel. It is endemic to the northeastern and found in Namdapha National Park of the Arunachal Pradesh. The arboreal and nighttime or nocturnal squirrel population are not known. The Indian giant squirrel or Malabar giant squirrel is a large tree squirrel species endemic to the forests and woodlands in India. It is a diurnal, arboreal and mainly herbivorous squirrel. Nilgiri marten. The Nilgiri marten is the only marten species native to the southern India. It lives in the hills of the Nilgiris and parts of the Western Ghats. With only around 1,000 members left, is listed as vulnerable in the IUCN Red List. Nilgiri wood pigeon. The Nilgiri wood pigeon is large pigeon found in the moist deciduous forests and shoulders of the Western Ghats in southern India. They are mainly frugivorous and forays in the canopy of dense hill forests. White-cheeked barbet or small green barbet is a species of Asian barbet found in southern India. Bengal fox. The Bengal fox, also known as the Indian fox, is a fox endemic to the Indian subcontinent from the Himalayan foothills and Terai of Nepal through the southern India. Geese golden langur is also known as simply the golden langur, is an old world monkey found in small region of western Assam in India and the neighboring foothills of the Black Mountains of Bhutan. Like this, they were some of the endemic species of India, and we have many other flora and fauna and the endemic species in the Indian biodiversity.